So good morning, everyone. Welcome to one Taiji lecture a week from the European Taiji Cultural Communication Center. The European Taiji Cultural Communication Center is a global network platform and provided the gateway for many to a deeper application of traditional Chinese philosophy, medicine, and sinology. We have worldwide grand masters in this field to give public lectures. We hope more and more people would like to enjoy the beauty of Chinese culture. My name is Xiang Yu, living in Germany. Our technical support team today is Ms. Tong Qingmei. I believe you have learned and practiced from last two lessons. Today, our third lesson, the lecture will be held in two parts. The first part is around 15 minutes of introduction and demonstration. We are going to learn from the form 4 and 6, lift hand, wide crane spread wings, and brush knee and twin step. Today's lecture will be recorded and the video will be available later on our European Taiji YouTube channel. The second part is question section. Please feel free to write your questions or comments in the chat anytime during the lecture. Please keep quiet during the next lecture. Now let's welcome to Mr. Zhao. Please enjoy.
Today we are going to learn 3 forms: step up and raise hands, wide crane spreads his wings, left and right brush knee in twist step. Now I'm going to talk about some basic points concerning the hands, the eyes, the body, and the steps, and also some matters that we must pay attention to. Last class, we talked about the hands and the law of motion. And today, some more explanation about it. We know that the hand includes fingers, palm, and base of the palm. When we move the palms just like catching fish in water, don't forget listening ability of Taijiquan. The hands must have feelings. In fact, that is just a feeling of changes of the power, a feeling of subtle changes such as fast or slow, tough or gentle during the movement. The hand in moving is not a rigid plate, of course, not soft either. Insentient movement is not okay. The hands need to be open or closed, extended or drawn in. As for the shape of the palm, we cannot put 5 fingers together and not with the thumb inward. It is circular, with fingers slightly apart. Its width is the same as that of the back of the palm. You just stretch out the fingers naturally, and the forefinger and the thumb form an arc. It is a natural palm, not powerful. And how do we control the opening of the palm? It is changeable. First, you stretch it out. During the movement, the palm and fingers cannot be rigidly straight because the muscles would be tight. Vital energy and blood would be blocked up. Then your movement would be rigid and hard. But they cannot be curved neither, because the force would be slacked. It is not good if there is no feeling of power. As beginners, you should pay attention to the above problem. Try to master this law of motion and to develop a good habit. It is not right that we stretch out the palm with too much force. Such force makes a tension. It is hard. With slight relaxation, we must keep the palm and fingers naturally and slightly folded. But, a big but, too much relaxation will produce weakness. This is a basic method for testing the natural state of the hand forms. During the movement, we have many forms or shapes of the hand, such as palm, fist, hook, etc. But generally we use the palm much more often in Taijiquan. We cannot stretch out the palm without any changes, like this way. It must be gradually spread, and during this process, you can feel that the qi or force is released from its center. We call this center as Lao Gong acupoint in Chinese medicine. Spreading the palm does not mean that you bulge the center of the palm or other parts of it. It is smooth and comfortable. With stretching out the palm, 5 fingers are extended, but it is not okay if you extend the fingers backward, like this, or index finger backward, or the forefinger and the little finger inward. The right way is that with stretching out the palm, the ring finger, little finger, and the middle finger are gradually extended. At this time, you should feel a certain force. The ring finger is the key that leads other fingers to be slightly extended. The index finger and the thumb must form a natural arc, which must not be too open or too soft. Do not lean out your thumb. In the form brushing knee into step, the thumb and other fingers must be on the same surface, and the center of the palm should be gradually extended, releasing a force and forming a sitting shape. That's sitting palm. For example, in the form brushing knee in twist step, when we stretch the palm out, 5 fingers seem to touch and grab something, and the force gradually moves to the base of the palm, and then we have a sitting palm. One of the characteristics of Yang-style Taijiquan is setting the palm upright and make the force reach the edges of the little finger, the palm, and the thumb. The edge and the base of the palm discharge force forward. The force is always changing. With this force, we gradually extend the palm and 5 fingers. The touching and groping force comes from the base of the palm. At the same time, while we sink the base of the palm, we extend the elbow and drop it. Relax the muscles of the shoulder and the back. We push them out. Both elbow and shoulder are working for the palm, producing a propulsive, extended, flexible, and changeable force. We have a saying for Taijiquan, that is, next of the palm, which means that during practicing Taijiquan, the hands are always changing in emptiness or solidness, hardness or softness, fast or slow. We may push two palms in different directions. We may push them horizontally forward with even force released from 5 fingers and the base of palms. We may also push them upwards, blocking the opponent, or push them down, holding the opponent down. The directions and the routes are changeable. We may also push with one solid palm, one empty, and also one forward and one backward. All the above is allowable. They are inner changes of the force in supposing that the opponent uses a certain fighting technique. So, that's why we must try to grasp necks of the palm and changes of the palms. For beginners, we must try to catch such feeling when practicing Taijiquan. We have pushed out the palms, but how to draw them back? Here, we must have an awareness of taking them back. Once out, they must be back, always moving and changing. In the form brushing knee in twist step, when drawing back the palms, the hands cannot be down. We cannot shrink the shoulders and elbows. Like pulling a rubber band, we can also release it back. This is so-called elasticity. The only thing that we should understand is light or heavy, fast or slow. When drawing back the palms, be sure, relax the shoulders and sink the elbows. Just imagine that the opponent stretches his hand towards you, and you must block and hold him. You must feel changes of this force. When pushing the palms, the force should be at the external edge of the palms. Now, for changing the posture into single whip, we move the palms flat-wise. The force is now transferred to 5 fingers. The movement should be coherent. It must not be interrupted. Remember, all postures of Yang-style Taijiquan are always continuously connected without any interruption, just like drawing silk from a cocoon. For posture pushing, we firstly use the force of fingers and palms, and then with extension of the fingers and sinking of the base of palms, we gradually transfer the force to the wrist. Next, for the form single whip, we transfer the force at the edge of palms to the fingers. When turning the body, we cannot move the palms so flatly. External edge of palms must be a little inward. Elbows must be sunk and drawn in. The force at the centers of the palms must be inwardly combined, inwardly closed. When we move the palms from right to left, we must feel that the centers of palms have a kind of power, a kind of force to rise up. Via relaxation of shoulders and the back, sinking of the elbows and tailbone, this force is continuously connected and changed from hands to the feet. This is necks of the palm. The above means that each movement is always in process of changing. For example, the palm, we never feel it empty. The only difference is light or heavy, fast or slow, without any interruption. In the form brushing knee in twist step, When we move the palms, the center of the palms may be slightly inward. The palms may be changed into fists. In the form Fair Lady working at shuttles, we can also change the palms into fists. Still talking about the hands. When stretching out from touching to gradually opening, the hands must not be rigid and straight, just slightly curved, slightly extended. When back, we slightly draw in the center of the palms and relax the shoulders and sink elbows. The force of the palms must be slightly closed, combined, but the hands must not be shrunk. During the movement, we put more emphasis in details of changes of opening and closing, combining of hands, fingers, and palms, also continuous changes of emptiness and solidness. The fourth point, or power point, changes with the change of the force or power. There is always force point along the arm. The only difference is changes of the force, fast or slow, light or heavy, empty or solid, never disconnected. Take the form right warding off as example. The force moves from wrist to elbow and pushes the forearm forward, forming a circular arc. Now, we extend the arm, the force changes, so the force point changes too. For warding off, the key is in your arms. Between right warding off and rolling back, there is a process of picking up and grasping. Right little finger cannot be outward. This time, the force point moves from the wrist to the inner side of the wrist. The base of the palm is rotated and sinking. Stretch up the fingers and stick the opponent's arm. In the process of warding off, when the opponent draws back his hands, we must follow him at once, without losing this force. At this time, the shoulders and elbows must sink, and the force point moves from the wrist to external part of the hand, and we sink the hand for rolling back. This is a sticky force, relaxing and sinking force. This force is at the wrist and the forearm, mainly at the wrist. This is change of force root. Such inner force or power and its changes always exist in the process of our practicing Taijiquan without any interruption. In our mind, we must feel that the force or power point changes from one posture to next posture. This is very important for grasping essentials of Taijiquan. The above are key essentials of changes of hands and palms. Force or power point is never a fixed point. It is always moving and changing from one posture to another one. For example, in the form single whip, the force point is at the wrist. It is alive. For next class, we will talk more about changes of the wrists, the arms, and fists. The following will be new movements for today. Thank you.
第一动，左脚将微扣，右手变挡，两手屈拢微收，抬右脚向前伸出，落脚跟，调腰胯，两手微伸，右手与眼眉齐，左手对住肘，提手上是2，右手松落向左转，右脚提起落原地，然后由靠脊左右侧弓步。重心全部移右腿，起左脚，体微右转，两手上下分开，左脚伸出，虚步落地，脚掌着地，脚跟微起，两手上下撑开。右手落，左手起，重心全部移右腿，体右转，两手到右侧方，圆弧。2，侧身上步，左手搂，右手收。3，弓步搂膝推掌，这是左搂膝腰部。右搂膝腰部，1，摆脚尖，重心全部移左腿，两手画弧，体左转，然后侧身上步，搂膝推掌弓步。左搂膝腰部，右脚将外摆，重心前移，体右转，眼随右手，侧身上步，搂膝推掌弓步。
Hello, everyone. Let's have a new lesson Anzhou further to explain the 37 moves of Yang-style Taijiquan in the last lesson. We finished the whole movement of grasping the bird's tail and introduced the single whip movement. The next action we are going to learn is to left hand. I'll do it first. Take the single whip and left hand. From the demonstration just now, we can see there are 2 parts in it with different directions and shapes. In the first position, we did a movement similar to sitting. but the front toe does not touch the ground. We call it empty step. Next, take a side lunge. It's similar to left warding off. Two sections in it. One is the empty step. The other is the side bow step. They all have different technical meanings. Let's talk about the empty step. In grasping the bird's tail, we call the action sighting step. The gravity of this movement changes from the 0.7 in front, 0.3 in back, to 0.3 in front, 0.7 in back. The whole hip is like sitting on a stool, with the hips rolled up, about lunge and sit. The distance between the feet is the same. The empty step is very similar to the sitting step, but the forefoot should be pulled back half a step. And don't touch the ground. Standing in this place, your hips should be like sitting on a stool. Back legs support 10 to 70% of your body weight. The strength between the legs is 1 on the front, 9 on the back. Become 3 on the front, 7 on the back. Sitting here, called empty step. That's the difference between sitting step and empty step. Sitting feet here means kicking and kicking so the sole of the foot is inclined downward, and the heel is placed here. To indicate sitting steps all have the meaning of turning back, leading back, pressing down. It is a way of moving the gravity backward, attracting and storing strength. The empty step represents the kick on the leg. The empty step is also a pile method in Taijiquan, and Wu stake and Hunyuan stake, all of which belong to the stake method of Taijiquan. Let's introduce how to do this action. It's easy to do this action if you know what the step shape is and how to distribute the center of gravity from view. For first move, left foot buckle at 30 degrees. Turn your palms and buckle your feet at the same time. Bend your elbows and place your hands above your feet and move. Shift your weight to the left and turn your body to the left. At the same time, relax your right hip. Lift your right knee up. Close your hands in the middle, and then put your feet down. Left hand is an empty step. Just now we have divided this action into two parts. For explanation, the first one is the main part of the empty step. Next, this is the strength of the crotch. The focus of this movement is mainly the form of the empty step. Next, there is another empty step. Follow the left hand is the white crane spreads wings. Pay attention to this action. This movement is also mainly supported by one leg. Place the forefoot on the ground. Heel up. It is similar to the lifting hand just now. The sole of the foot is empty before landing. This step is also called empty step. What is the difference between it and lift hand? Mainly the direction of the foot. The foot landing represents different leg methods. Kick is the main method after closing lift hand. The white crane spreads wings, picks one hand and divides the other, mainly for kicking or hooking. These two footwork are different. To kick with the toes, plantar landing means that the foot should be lifted with the foot surface. The lift hand is an empty step. Kick with the heel. The difference between them is fasten. What's the difference between weight distribution and body shape? Actually, they are the same. First, the angle between the front foot and the back foot is at 60 degrees. When the front foot touches the ground, the gravity falls gently as well. The gravity will move forward by 10% to 30% to form a pile frame. Cooperate with hands to form a supporting force of up and down. Keep your feet strong. The strength of your hands mainly comes from your feet. Let's demonstrate this action. Start with a single whip, and lift hands. Second, white crane spreads its wings. The height of the white crane's body is higher than that of the single whip. We are used to calling the white crane's spread wings an overhead empty step. The lift hand is simple. Let's look at the body first. Lift the left leg. Step forward and turn right at the same time. Shift the weight to the right. Relax the left hip. Up the left knee. Rotate the waist. Lift the knee and the left leg. Turn your body to the left. Step forward with your left foot. The plantar touch the ground. And move your weight forward slightly. Relax the ankle and knee. And the right leg pushes on the ground slightly. Stand up a little bit. And this action will do. With the palm, turn right with your right palm turned down. Shoulders and elbows open. Hands slightly outward when the left leg is about to be lifted. Rotate the right hand upward. And the left hand brushes an arc downward to the left front. Rotate the right arm upward. Press the left hand down in an arc. From this side, turn your body to the right, and your right hand outward slightly. Right hand goes straight up. The left one goes out. Keep the feet on the ground and move the weight forward. Stand up with your right leg kicking. Rotate arm upward directly. Left hand press down. The hands are symmetrical from top to bottom. Head hanging. Tail and drop. Backbone up and down support. Standing here. Full of strength. Before back view. Let's take a look at the hands. Just said that after the right hand is rotated outwards. Pull it apart gently. Shoulder and elbow open. Round. The hand should be lifted by rotating the arm directly. Keep it above the right forehead. The finger is above the right forehead. Hand up rotation. Palm is slightly upward. The root of the left palm sinks in front of the body, extends outward, and draws an arc, just like the downhill road of the winding mountain. Rotate, turn around, and pull back gently, outside the left knee. This is the position of the hand. Take a back view. L turn left. Lift your knees to hold the ball. Step sideways. And move your crotch force horizontally. White crane shining wings. 1. Right rotation. 2. Leg lifting. 3. Step up and foot landing. 4. Adjust the center of gravity. Symmetrical hands pull up and down. This is the white crane spreads wings. Practice these 3 movements from the back together. Let's start with the press. Single whip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lifting power. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second action. 1, 2, 3. White crane spreads its wings. 1, 2, 3, 4. I connected them and typed them again. The direction of change of these 3 movements is complicated. Turn 180 degrees. Turn 90 degrees. Turn 90 degrees again. And move forward. The angle of body rotation is complicated. Please grasp the angle. In your study and practice, it is the back view. Because of complication, let's demonstrate it in front. Let's combine our figures. Pay attention to the changes in your hands. Pressing. Keep your palms flat. Wipe both hands. Turn waist. And bend elbow like holding a ball. Right hand outward, step forward and hold the hook, lunge, rotate left arm to push out, right hand pull back, relax shoulder, drop elbow, close your hands together above your feet, bend elbows and close them backward, aim left hand at right elbow, feet down, weight forward, both hands pronate forward slightly, left hand flat, 0.5s. Right hand down, bend elbow, hold the ball, step forward in the side, relax right shoulder, drop elbow outward to the right. The left hand follows to protect the inside of the right elbow. Turn right, turn the right hand outward, step up your right hand while step up, lower left hand, foot landing. Adjust gravity. The two palms are symmetrical. This is a front demonstration. We have talked about two empty steps before. One is left hand, the other is white crane shinning wings. These are two different types of empty steps. Brush knee and twist step. Left, right, left. This is the first symmetrical and opposite movement. In Taiji it is a continuous going ahead movement. Let's see the tips of this movement. Starting with the white crane shinning wing. Left, right, left, brush knee and twist step. Left 1, left lunge. Push right palm. Right 1, right lunge. Push left palm. They are opposite, but the final form is the same. One more again. If the sight allows, you can do it more. That is no problem. This is a continuous forward action. Second, it is a symmetrical and opposite action. Both directions can be practiced, including some movements we have learned before. You can also do them in reverse as a training method. It has the following training purposes. First, T is the most common lunge. Doing it before. Take the bow step back into sitting step. Turn the lunge 180 degrees. And get the lunge again. P are alphabetizing it just like our walking. Go ahead. Cat walking is the characteristic in Taiji. Just like the cat walking. Another is like the water of the Yangtze River continuously, with great energy. As a single training, it can show the characteristics of Taiji. We walk like cats do. Foot outward. Lift knee. Step down lightly as cats walking. Don't step down with your weight. Lift and fall gently. Stick to the ground and go forward. The action should be continuous. The strength always flows forward without breaking strength and not sway gravity around. One of the most important features of Yang-style Taiji is that it runs smoothly and evenly. We should pay attention to stability when practicing slowly. Only parallel movement can stabilize. When I do this movement, I swing my feet. Lift up. Move my head and crotch flat forward. No height, 0.5s, straight ahead. And practice the stability of your body. When the hands are moving, the top of the head should be flat. As same alpha as the shoulder. Not swing back and forth. The crotch should be flat. And always move in the level. foot cannot be swung down. Then stand up again. The crotch always moves forward in a wavy shape. This is not good. To practice Taiji, you have to keep your head flat, shoulders flat, and hips flat, and then move forward steadily. Only in this way can you practice Taiji steadily well. It has the purposes of practice. We can get the meanings by the name in Chinese. Lu. In Chinese, just like this. Hand drop. Draw a circle from one side. Cover your front. When you're hit it or kicked, use your hands to push him or his legs away. And then, slap twist step. Left leg outward while right hand push. Push the right hand the left leg outward. It means two opposite directions. It can show the power of Taiji best. Sitting here, push your legs forward with strength and transmit the strength to your front hands through your feet, legs, waist, back, shoulders, elbows, and hand. Therefore, it is a complete expression of the characteristics of Taiji, which moves forward from the foot through the body. Let's down to the overall explanation. It's a continuous movement with left and right lunges. It can be practiced continuously. Let's see how to convert from the side first. Rotate right arm down to the side of the lower abdomen. Extend your arms out rightwards. Hand and shoulder are in the same level. And drop hand with the circles. Swing up like a swing. Drop your right hand while squat down. At the same time, left hand stretch forward. Drop your elbow and sit alpha to your wrist. When the right hand is extended, the left hand draws an arc from top to bottom. Close your hands on the right shoulder side, and right hand is bit higher than your left hand. Our GHT wrist is at shoulder width. The left hand is under the right elbow. Step forward, bend your right elbow, and bring right hand to right side of your ear. With the lunge, draw an arc with your left hand forward. Brush your knees and your right hand forward. Take a look from this side. Focus on left hand. Right hand drops. Left one block in front within a curve. One more again. Right hand falls. 0.5s, the left one block forward. Up the knee. Bends the elbow. And steps up. That is the process. If you don't get it now, don't worry about it. It's just one of the processes. Hand shape is the same while doing. You will be more clear after we talk about this action. Start with the left knee clasping step. Let's talk about feet first. After feet are clear, hand movements will be clear. In the lunge, one foot is in front, and the other is behind. Exchange the front foot into the back foot. The back foot should have an angle, at least 45 degrees. The angle is no less than 40 degrees, and no more than 90 degrees. Within 60 to 45 degrees will do. The swing foot is the same as the buckle foot. Place the weight of the front leg from the forefoot to the heel. The front foot becomes weak. Then open the left crotch and swing the foot outward at 45 degrees. Then shift your weight forward. Lift your right leg up and relax. And hang it here. Then extend the right foot forward. Keep your feet light. Don't step out with your weight on. Try to sit on your back legs, like on a stool. Now let me demonstrate it to you. Place the weight of the front foot on the left heel, which supports 70% of the body strength. Open the crotch. Swing out 45 degrees. Rotate the waist. Relax the right crotch. Lift the right knee. Roll the waist. Pull the end tailbone inward. Relax the lower leg. Lift the foot and land the foot gently. Sit at the crotch. Don't kneel down. And then push the weight forward with your back legs. Relax your ankles and knees. Move forward with your weight and turn your body slightly to the right. Continuous step is the same. Open your hips, swing your feet, turn your body to the right, lift your knees, land your feet, step up, lunge, and move your weight forward. View from the side. 1. Swing your feet. 2. Turn your waist and lift your knees. 3. Step up and foot down. 4. Lunge. These are the 4 movements you should pay attention to on your leg. Front view. The left hand's on the left knee. The palms are level with the knees. Push out the right hand. Tiger mouth to shoulder fossa. The first move. Turn the left palm up when swinging the foot out, alpha or D. Second, the waist turns with the body, and the hands are like throwing out. Cover the left hand in an arc from top to bottom. Left hand spread. The right hand covers too. Lift knee. Make sure the wrists are level with your shoulders. Sink your shoulders and drop your elbows. And cover your right hand to fall under your left elbow. Step up and bend your left elbow. Your palm facts your ear. And your right hand sinking slightly. In the lunge, move the right hand from the front knee and foot to the right side with an arc. Sink your left shoulder. Drop your elbow. Sit on your wrist. Push your palm forward. And push it out. Next move. Up your right hand. Cover the left hand with an arc. Look at your right hand. Bend your elbow and step up. Brush your knees and push your palm. And walk forward repeatedly. Right side view, 05S. 1. Feet outward. Hands up. 2. Lift knee and arms ped. 3. Bend your elbows and step up. 4. Draw a circle around your knees with your right hand, and push your left hand forward then. 1. Swing foot outward. 2. Turning body. 3. Step up and bend the elbow. 4. Brush the knee and push the palm. Another one. Swing the foot. Lift the knee. Bend the elbow and step up. And pay attention to keeping the gravity moving steadily. Do it again. Starting from the white crane spreads wings and moves in the normal direction. Right hand down. The left hand extend along the arc. Step up with bent elbow. Left hand brush. Right hand pushel. Lower the crotch. The foot swings, and the hand turns. Next. Go on turning the waist. Left hand covers with alpha and upper arc, and bend the elbow. Lunge. Draw a circle around your knees with your right hand. Turn your left hand and push the left hand out, while turning waist, then foot outward. Second. Lift knee and foot. Third. Step forward. Brush. Push palm in this routine. We can do it 3 times. Start with white crane spreads wings. Left. Right. Left. That's end of this action. We saw that just now. It is a continuous, symmetrical footwork. Keep the body shape stable in the moving the head. Shoulders and hips must be carried out completely. The step shapes are rich from single wipe to brush knee and twist steps. Lunge, side lunge, empty step, and continuous lunge. I will show you this part in front and back to give you a complete concept. Single whip, straight lunge, buckled foot, side lunge. Left hand, empty step. The first move, hold the ball with both hands. Put your foot in between legs, lean and squeeze. Next, white crane spreads wings. Upper empty step. Keep right hand overhead, left hand brush up and down support frame. Left, right, left. Squat down and spreads your hands. Up knee, step up, brush knee and push palm. Foot outward, twist, lift your knees and stretch your arms. Step up, bend elbows. Step up, bend elbows. Lunge, brush knee and push palm. Right one here. Repeat it on the left side. Now let's demonstrate the 3 movements from the back again. That's all for this lesson. Thank you.
Okay, now the video is finished. Do we have any questions? So our Master Zhao is also available in this our meeting. So if you have any questions, please feel free to write down your question, or you can open your voice. Do somebody have question or some feeling? Miss Susan Chen, I saw you practice very nice.赵老师也在，大家可以跟赵老师聊聊天，也可以分享一下自己的这个刚才学的这些动作都可以。
有人提问题吗？
刚才你讲那个4到6式，这在24式太极拳里面也有这个动作是吧？在简华
对，因为24式太极拳就是从这个85式的这个动作来的嘛，所以名称是一样的。
对，
但顺序不一定都一样，顺序。
对
，24式是国家编的，要求的就是普及性的。我们现在讲的是按照传统太极拳的练法要求，
对，
通过男女拳法，通过运动规律掌握运动规律，是从这个角度上来讲的要求立身中正呀，放松呀，这从这个要领上去来讲解这个传统太极拳的练法是这样子的。
对， 有那个实角和虚角的这个分别，好像这个37式更加明显一些吧，感觉。
37式就是按照这个杨承甫晚年的定型拳架，它是实腿转的啊，虚腿转也是流传下来的，但是从杨承甫晚年所定型的拳架是从实腿，这两个都对，关键是你的练法如何，能不能掌握要领，这是主要的啊。实腿转脚呢有它的窍道，这个将来我会进一步谈这个问题，可能赵亮在动作中也会谈到这个问题，实腿转的要领是什么，这点是很重要的。有些人认为这个实腿转的话不灵活呀，容易伤膝盖，这都是错误的。这个实腿转有它的优处就是进式变换快啊，这个增加功力，这是它的主要特点啊。那个虚步转的话比较轻灵，但是容易进容易散，这是两种，但是呢都不是错误的，都可以的啊。你国家套路偏重于是来回虚实倒换的步子啊。
这个真是很多很多奥秘在里边。
对，这个作为一般来说的话，不管你虚腿转也好，实腿转也好，总而言之要符合这个太极拳论里边的要求去做，这是主要的就是动作慢好看不等于就是太极拳。
对，
它只是它的一个表象之一。它实际上慢呢，它是一种消化，是一种运作，是对自己身体机体这个一个运作的一个感觉过程。你比如虚灵顶劲呀，要松肩呐，要坠肘啊，要松胯呀，要松脚腕呐，你这个过程一个过程你要找，它不是你动作慢了开展了它就漂亮，就是太极拳，那是不对的啊。
对，是
我们重点主要是通过这个动作，我重点中讲通过手眼身法步，把这个要领运动过程应当注意的要点必须掌握，要理解啊。
对，我觉得这个练完太极拳在平时生活中有时候就能够让自己慢慢的慢下来，然后慢慢的做。现在生活中都是快节奏的这种的，然后把自己慢下来，然后沉下来，这个个人的那个就感受就不一样了，对于生活的一些感受就不一样。
对，那个练太极拳呢，我曾经强调过，就特别对于初学的来说的话，因为一练武就容易带劲儿啊，都容易姿势求大、求狠、求低，如何，这个都是不对的。就太极拳中要求心静，要求自然。那么最自然的就是你放松的，比如说你散步时候是心情是放松的，步幅是很自然的。所以练太极拳也要从散步的心态去入手去学习，然后逐渐的掌握它的熟练和正确的动作练法，它的架子逐渐的功力就增加起来了，而且少走弯路。
对啊，这几句话真是的，心静自然放松，像在散步，就是在自然中散步一样的那种感觉，就是天人合一的跟周围的这个环境自然融在一起的那种感觉，特别美。
谢谢你，这大家还没有提什么问题啊？
大家还有什么问题？我们1个小时的时间差不多快要结束了。
那行，只要随时有什么问题可以反馈过来，我再给解答啊。
好的，这边有没有只讲英文的，听不懂中文的有没有？可以举一下手，我把刚才的英文翻译一下英文的，有吗？大家都听得懂中文吗？
好像都可以，
都可以哈。行，如果大家今天没有什么问题，那我们就结束今天的会议。然后呢，后期的话我们继续关注，因为赵老师的课每1个月 这个时间下次是第4周的11月份，11月5号应该是大家继续关注那个赵老师的课，应该有12节课对吧？一共有12节课，对，已经这是第3节课，对，还要可以到明年的时候继续跟您一起学习，
慢慢来。
对，
关键学了动作以后下来平时要练。
是的，对，学了就要练，习而习之。对，我看到您那个带领300多个人一起练那个太极在表皮的那个真棒。
十四韵
啊，
是不是全国14句啊？对，是。
对，那个真棒啊！带领300多个人一起练，这个规模太大了。每天练几个？3个月时间？3个月，哇
！3个月，最后1个月是封闭的，回家也都回不了。
对，非常好。行，好，那个大家没有问题，那个赵老师您好好休息。辛苦了。好 ，OK，Thank you very much for enjoy our today Taiji 37 parts。
不用客气。
不客气，好 ，OK， then see you next time. Enjoy weekend. Thank you. 拜拜。谢谢赵老师，谢谢大家，再见。
好，谢谢赵老师，谢谢强宇。
谢谢德强。再见。